Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering why sleep used to come so easily? Back when you were younger, back when the world felt a little softer. Maybe your body is tired, but your mind won't turn off. Or you wake up at 2 a.m., wide awake, with nothing but the ticking clock to keep you company. If that sounds familiar, you are far from alone. Have you had nights like that recently, where your body begged for sleep, but your thoughts kept wandering? Sleep becomes elusive for so many people as they grow older. And it's frustrating, isn't it? You finally have time to rest, to slow down, and yet your body doesn't cooperate. What used to be effortless now feels like a nightly struggle. But here's the thing. Your body still remembers how to rest. Deep down, it hasn't forgotten. It just needs the right cues, the right support. And some of those cues can come from food. Yes, real food, the kind you already know and probably have sitting right in your kitchen. Isn't it comforting to know that something as simple as what you eat could gently guide your body back toward rest? In this conversation, we're going to talk about 7 foods. Foods that aren't magic pills, but quiet helpers. They support your body's natural rhythms. They ease tension. They calm the nervous system. And when you eat them the right way, at the right time, they can help you sleep like never before. Not just fall asleep, but stay asleep. And more than that, wake up feeling like your body actually restored itself. Can you imagine waking up feeling clear, light, and ready, not foggy and drained? Let's start with one of the simplest, most surprising foods, the humble banana. It's easy to overlook. But did you know bananas are rich in magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that help relax your muscles? They also contain vitamin B6, which helps convert tryptophan into serotonin, and eventually melatonin, your body's natural sleep hormone. When's the last time you ate a banana in the evening instead of the morning? It might be worth trying. The key here is timing. Eating half a banana about 30 minutes before bed, maybe, with a little almond butter for healthy fat and protein, can keep your blood sugar steady and help your body ease into sleep. But here's a tip. Don't eat the banana cold from the fridge. Instead, try warming it slightly, maybe even slicing it and gently sautéing it with cinnamon. That warmth, paired with the soothing spice, makes it feel like comfort food for your nervous system. Does that sound like something you'd actually look forward to at the end of your day? Now let's talk about another quiet hero. Almonds. These little nuts are packed with magnesium too, and they also contain healthy fats that support stable blood sugar through the night. If your blood sugar dips too low while you're sleeping, your body will jolt awake. And that's something many people don't even realize. Have you ever woken up suddenly, with no explanation, and felt slightly anxious or alert? That might be your blood sugar talking. So, having a small handful of almonds, or even better, a spoonful of almond butter, can help prevent those spikes and crashes. Especially if you pair it with something soft and comforting, like a slice of banana, or a few whole grain crackers. And here's something else to consider. Rituals matter, not just what you eat, but how you eat. Taking 5 minutes to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and actually taste your snack can change everything. Do you give yourself that moment of peace at the end of the day? Or do you find yourself rushing? Through even the small things, it's okay. Most people do. But now might be the time to change that. Not because you're broken or doing something wrong, but because you deserve a better night's rest. And that brings us to the 3rd food, oats. Now, you might associate oats with breakfast, and for good reason. They're nourishing and warm and steady, but they also contain melatonin and complex carbs that help tryptophan reach the brain. That's the stuff that makes you feel sleepy and settled. Would it surprise you to hear that oatmeal can actually be an evening food too? A small bowl of oats before bed, maybe cooked with almond milk and topped with chopped nuts or a touch of honey, can work wonders. You don't need a lot, just enough to send the message to your brain. It's okay to slow down now, And as you begin to think about how these foods might fit into your routine, I want to ask you gently, what part of your evening feels rushed or restless? Because that's often where the trouble starts, not in the sleep itself, but in the hours before. So maybe tonight, you'll give yourself permission to sit quietly with your snack. Maybe you'll dim the lights, turn off the television a little earlier, and just be for a moment. Sleep responds to safety, to softness, to being truly present. When was the last time you let yourself unwind slowly, without guilt or distraction? That's what these foods help support. Not just sleep, but the winding path that leads to it. And as you begin to experiment, to listen to your body more closely, remember, there is no perfect night. Some nights will be easier than others. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress, consistency, gentleness. Could you be a little more patient with yourself this week, just as you would with someone you love? You deserve that, especially now. Now, if you've ever enjoyed a warm glass of milk before bed, you are already on the right track, whether you realized it or not. But not just any milk. Let's talk about tart cherry juice for a moment. It's a beautiful deep red, slightly sweet, slightly tangy. But more importantly, it's one of the richest natural sources of melatonin that you can find. Yes, real melatonin. The same hormone your brain makes to signal that it's time for sleep. Did you know that something as simple as a fruit juice could gently nudge your body back into rhythm without needing a single pill? What makes tart cherry juice so special is that it works with your body's internal clock. People who drink just a small amount, around half a cup in the evening, often find that their sleep becomes deeper and more restful within days. Not weeks, days. But here's the key. Don't just gulp it down. Sip it, slowly. Maybe while you're reading or listening to soft music. Let it be part of your wind-down ritual. Do you already have a little evening routine? Or is bedtime something that just sort of sneaks up on you? If you don't have one, that's okay. Start small. A warm drink, dim lights, a few quiet minutes. These are the signals your brain needs to begin slowing down, and tart cherry juice is one of those gentle messengers. Now let's move into more savory territory, because sleep isn't all about sweetness. One food that often surprises people when we talk about sleep is kiwi. Yes, the fuzzy little green fruit that's sometimes passed over at the grocery store. It turns out, kiwi is a powerhouse when it comes to helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. When was the last time you reached for a kiwi and not just an apple or banana? Kiwi contains antioxidants like vitamin C and E, but more importantly, it has serotonin, the neurotransmitter that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. In a few small studies, people who ate 1-2 kiwis an hour before bed reported falling asleep faster, sleeping longer, and waking up less frequently through the night. And that's no small thing, is it? When your sleep is broken, your whole day feels harder. Your body aches more. Your patience wears thinner. Can you think of a day recently when you just felt off, tired but wired, foggy, and easily irritated? That might have started with your sleep the night before. Adding kiwi to your evening snack, or having it after dinner as a light dessert, is one simple shift that can help. Slice it in half, scoop it with a spoon, and savor it. Let your body feel nourished, not stuffed, restful, not restless. And speaking of rest, let's turn our attention to a food that's often misunderstood: chamomile tea. Technically, it's not a food, but we couldn't talk about sleep without it. Chamomile isn't just an old wives' tale. It contains apigenin, a compound that binds to certain receptors in your brain and helps reduce anxiety, promote calm, and encourage sleep. Have you ever wrapped your hands around a warm mug and felt your shoulders drop just a little? That's the beginning of letting go. Now this part is important. Don't wait until you're in bed to drink it. Start about 30 to 45 minutes before. Create space for the calm to settle in. That quiet moment with the tea is not just about what's in the cup. It's about what you're giving yourself permission to feel. Do you give yourself permission to truly unwind? Or do you carry the day's stress all the way into your dreams? That's what we want to change, bit by bit. And here's another gentle tip. While you sip your chamomile tea, try putting on a soft, amber-colored light, or even a candle. Let your senses feel that it's time to shift gears, that you're safe, held, and ready for rest. What if your bedroom became a retreat instead of just a place to sleep? Would you feel more ready to let go of the day? It doesn't have to be fancy, just thoughtful, just yours. And finally for today, let's talk about something cozy, familiar, and deeply nourishing: sweet potatoes. They might not sound like a sleep food, but hear me out. Sweet potatoes are rich in complex carbohydrates that support serotonin production, plus potassium and magnesium, which relax muscles and calm the nervous system. When's the last time you had a sweet potato in the evening, maybe roasted or mashed with a little cinnamon? It's comfort food, but the kind that helps you, not hinders you. And here's a beautiful way to use it. Prepare a small portion, drizzle it with a touch of olive oil, sprinkle on a pinch of sea salt and cinnamon, and eat it slowly. You'd be amazed how satisfying it can feel, especially when paired with a little protein, like a dollop of plain yogurt or a few pumpkin seeds. It's not about eating more, it's about eating smart, with intention, with care. Could this be a way to nourish your body while gently preparing your mind for sleep? Sleep isn't just about closing your eyes. It's about setting the stage, supporting the rhythms, letting the body know it's time to release, to heal, to restore. So maybe tonight, as the day winds down and the world quiets, you'll look at your kitchen a little differently. You'll choose something small, something soothing. And you'll say to yourself, I deserve rest. I welcome it. I'm ready. Are you ready to give yourself that gift tonight? Not out of discipline, but out of kindness. You've earned it. Every part of you. There's something comforting about familiar flavors, isn't there? That sense of home, of memory, of being taken care of. And in that spirit, we have to talk about something that might surprise you. Almonds. Yes, those little crunchy nuts you might have enjoyed as a snack now and then. They may seem small, but they carry something powerful inside. Magnesium. Just 1 ounce of almonds gives your body a dose of this calming mineral that plays a big role in helping you fall asleep and stay asleep. Have you ever noticed your legs twitching at night, or your mind racing even when your body is tired? That could be your body's quiet way of asking for more magnesium. Almonds also contain healthy fats, protein, and a little bit of melatonin too. It's like nature packed a tiny sleeping aid into each one. Just a small handful after dinner, maybe mixed with a few dried tart cherries or sliced kiwi, and suddenly you've created your own little evening sleep snack. Gentle, satisfying, and calming. What if the snack you choose tonight could be the reason you wake up smiling tomorrow morning? And here's a thought. Don't eat them in front of the TV or while scrolling your phone. Sit near a window, or on your porch if the air is nice. Feel the weight of the day easing off your shoulders. Let your food be part of that process, not a distraction from it. Can you remember the last time you truly tasted your food? Slowly, gratefully, without rushing. Let's move on now to something warm, golden, and deeply healing. Turmeric. Most people think of it as a spice for curries, and they're not wrong, but turmeric, especially when combined with a little black pepper and warm milk, becomes something extraordinary. It becomes what many cultures call golden milk, a centuries-old nighttime drink that soothes inflammation, eases joint pain, and yes, helps promote better sleep. Do your joints ever ache in the middle of the night, waking you before the morning sun has even begun to rise? That inflammation might be part of the problem. And turmeric is one of the gentlest, most effective ways to calm that flame from within. To make golden milk, all you need is a cup of warm milk, dairy or plant-based, half a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, which helps your body absorb the turmeric, and maybe a drop of honey if you like a little sweetness. Stir gently, sip slowly. Could this become your new bedtime tradition? one that not only comforts your body, but nourishes your spirit. And don't worry about doing it perfectly. What matters most is the intention, taking the time to care for yourself, not out of habit, not out of guilt, but because you deserve peace. Speaking of peace, let me ask you something. When was the last time you fell asleep feeling truly safe, truly settled? No buzzing phone beside you, no late-night worries circling overhead, just quiet, just you and the softness of night. That feeling is what we're working toward. So now, let's bring in one more beautiful gift from nature: bananas. Yes, they're simple. Maybe too simple, we sometimes think. But inside that soft yellow peel is a combination of potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6, all of which help your brain produce serotonin and eventually melatonin. Do you sometimes wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning staring at the ceiling, wondering why your sleep won't hold you? A small banana before bed, especially paired with a few almonds or a warm drink, can help stabilize your blood sugar through the night and keep your body in rest mode. And here's something sweet, not just in taste, but in spirit. Bananas also promote relaxation in your muscles, especially the ones that tighten from stress during the day. Your shoulders, your neck, even your jaw. Do you carry tension in your body without even realizing it until it wakes you up at night? A gentle snack like this won't just feed your belly. It speaks directly to those tired, tight places and says, you can rest now, you're safe. That's a powerful message to give your body. And the beautiful part is, you can do it with something as humble as a banana. Now, before we close this chapter, let me offer you one more thought. It's not just about food. It's about the story you're telling yourself each night. Are you telling yourself, I never sleep well? Or, I'm too old to fix this? Or are you gently shifting that voice to say, tonight, I give myself a chance to rest. I am learning what my body needs. What would change if you believed that deep, nourishing sleep is still possible for you? Not 5 years ago, but now. Because the truth is, it is possible. With a little curiosity, with a little care, with foods that don't just fill your stomach, but guide your whole being into stillness. So maybe tonight you slice up a banana, or stir turmeric into milk, or simply make space for the quiet, not just in your room, but in your heart. And if you do, maybe your dreams will feel a little softer, your morning a little lighter, and your day more yours than it's been in a long time. Wouldn't that be something worth trying? For you, for your peace, for your rest. There's something I want you to pause and feel, just for a moment. Not in your mind, but in your body. That softness you feel after a good stretch. That little sigh that escapes when the day is finally done. That quiet wish for rest you may not have said out loud. That's the space we're holding together right now. And into that space, I want to bring one final food. One that has traveled across centuries and cultures, not just as nourishment, but as medicine for the soul. It's chamomile. You might know it as a tea, something your mother or grandmother brewed on long evenings. But chamomile isn't just tradition, it's science. This delicate flower contains apigenin, a natural compound that binds to receptors in your brain and gently tells your nervous system, it's time to slow down now. When was the last time you truly gave yourself permission to slow down? Not because the clock told you it was late, not because your body finally collapsed, but because you chose to. That's the beauty of chamomile. It doesn't knock you out like a sleeping pill. It invites you. It creates the atmosphere. You still have to walk into it, but once you do, it holds you there gently. You don't need a fancy brand, just a simple tea bag, steeped in warm water for 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe add a slice of lemon or a drizzle of raw honey if you like. Hold the mug in your hands. Feel the warmth. Inhale slowly and sip as if this was your time. Because it is. Could this be your new ritual, not just to fall asleep, but to come back to yourself at the end of each day? And that brings us to the heart of everything we've talked about today. Because in the end, it's not really about food, is it? It's about care. It's about remembering that your body still listens to how you treat it, that your sleep is not just a biological function, it's a form of trust. Trust that the world can wait, that your worth is not in your productivity, that rest is not a reward, it's a right. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, I hope you choose something simple. A banana, a kiwi, a mug of chamomile, maybe some almonds, not because it's a rule, but because it's a kindness. Do you see how many gentle choices are still available to you even now? You've spent decades caring for others, for family, for friends, for responsibilities you didn't even ask for. Maybe now, at this chapter in your life, it's time to care for you, tenderly, deliberately, without apology. And if that begins with a slice of tart cherry or a teaspoon of turmeric stirred into warm milk, then let that be your start. Because these aren't just foods, they're invitations to breathe, to rest, to sleep like never before. So, can you promise yourself one small thing tonight? Just one gentle act of care? Not a grand change, just a shift, just a moment. And if you do, I truly believe your body will notice. Your sleep will deepen, and little by little, the night will feel less like a battle and more like a homecoming. Before we close, I want to ask you something from the heart. Which of these simple sleep foods spoke to you most tonight? Was it the banana that calms your muscles? The kiwi with its sleepy sweetness? Or maybe the chamomile that wraps you in stillness? Leave a comment and tell me. I'd love to hear what you'll try and what sleep means to you now at this stage of life. And if this video touched you, if even one sentence gave you hope, I invite you to give it a like. It lets me know this space matters, that you matter. Subscribe if you haven't already. This isn't just a channel. It's a place for people like you, wise, resilient, beautifully human, to keep learning, healing, and resting together. Until next time, here's to your nights becoming gentler, your mornings becoming lighter, and your days unfolding with a little more grace. Sleep well tonight. You deserve it.